Hey everyone, Technically Jeff here, and as you can see, I have two JuiceBox 40 EV chargers. So the company came out with a new app, and they recently started making everybody switch over, but my EV charger was having problems communicating after the switch. So they're replacing my 1.5-year-old unit with a brand new one under warranty, which is good. That's one reason you want to make sure your EV chargers have a solid warranty. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to compare my old 1.5-year-old JuiceBox 40 before I sent it back with a new one and see if there have been any changes to the hardware, compare the look of the metal contacts inside the J1772 connector, as well as do some testing to check the charge port temperatures while charging at 40 amps to see what, if any, differences there are between the two JuiceBox 40s. This video is brought to you by Best EV Mod. They offer a variety of accessories on Amazon for the Kia EV6, including several I use with my personal vehicle, as well as accessories for a number of other EVs, and they're having a big sale this week for Black Friday, so definitely check them out. I'll post a link in the description. And there's also the EV Vita store, where they have even more accessories available for the EV6 and other electric vehicles, and they're running a Black Friday sale there too, so I'll link that in the description for you guys as well. Now looking at the two EV chargers here, my old one is on the left and the new one is on the right with the purple sticker. And we'll start by checking out the J1772 connector and the metal contacts inside. Again, this is my old 1.5-year-old unit. And looking at the metal contacts, they do look a little dirty and discolored, a little worn. This EV charger has probably been plugged in over 500 times over the last year and a half. My wife's Pacifica plug-in hybrid is plugged in anywhere from 1 to 3 times per day, and of course I charge my EV6 every few days. So it's definitely seen some use. Now let's go ahead and check out the new one. Looking at these contacts, they are much cleaner, obviously. The edges of the contacts are nice and smooth, and it just looks really clean. The dirtier contacts get, and as debris gets in there, it'll cause resistance and heat, so I'm thinking we'll see a solid difference in temperature at the charge port between these two chargers. Now looking at the other components, something that really stood out to me is the input cable from the NEMA 1450 plug. You can see the new one is significantly thicker than the old one. I'll go ahead and measure them here. Let me zero this out. And the old one is about 17.6 millimeters. And the new one is, wow, 24.2 millimeters. That's a huge difference. Now I'll go ahead and check the cable that goes to the vehicle. Here they are both basically identical, right around 18 millimeters. Looking at the wiring information on the cables, the new one has 2 9-gauge wires, a 10-gauge wire, and an 18-gauge wire. And the old one has the same thickness of wires. So that's definitely interesting that the input cable thickness has changed so much. It actually has the same gauge wires there too. I know the NEMA 1450 plug and wiring on my old one would get actually kind of warm, so I wonder if they recognized that this is a point causing excess heat and decided to add some extra insulation to the cable there. But anyway, let's go ahead and test them out. Alright, I got my old JuiceBox 40 set up here. We'll go ahead and plug it in the car. And charging has started, and we are at 9.4, 9.5 kilowatts. I have Car Scanner running here using my TBox Plus that I reviewed, so we can see all the charging information like charging time, VCMS, AC inlet temperature, which is the charge port temperature, charging current, state of charge, that sort of thing. And you can see we're charging at 40 amps, and the charge port temperature right now is right around 70 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and let it charge for about 45 minutes, and then we'll check the charge port temps. All right, it's been going for about 45 minutes, so let's see where we're at. We're still going at 9.4 kilowatts and 40 amps. And it says we're at 44 minutes, and the charge port temperature is 210 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty hot for only 45 minutes. Remember, after the technical service bulletins, the charging speeds will slow down when it gets a little over 220 degrees, so we're close to throttling right now. And it's not hot outside right now either. So this is about what I was expecting. Since I do use this charger a lot, I know what to expect when it comes to the charging temperatures. I'm going to go ahead and let it cool off some, and then we'll go ahead and test out the new JuiceBox 40. All right, I got the new one set up here, so we'll go ahead and plug this one into the car. And we are going at 9.5 kilowatts and 40 amps as expected. And the charge port temps are starting right around 102 degrees, so all things the same, we'd expect it to be hotter after 45 minutes than the other one that started at 70 degrees, but let's see what happens. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, and feeling the plug here, it's not actually warm at all. My other one, like I said before, does get warm, so that is a good sign. And getting in the car here, we're still at 9.5 kilowatts and 40 amps. And the charge port temperature is just 183 degrees after 45 minutes. So it's significantly cooler than it was with the old JuiceBox 40, even with starting over 30 degrees warmer, which is very interesting. And I think a lot of it has to do with the cleaner contacts and also with the more robust input cable not transferring heat to the unit like the other one. And the temperature outside is still the same, 69 degrees for any of you thinking maybe a cold front came through. So like I said, I think this is very interesting to see the differences between the two JuiceBox 40 EV chargers. I was thinking there would be a difference, but I wasn't sure how significant it would be. And like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with the thinner input cable on the old charger versus this much thicker one on the new one. And of course, those cleaner metal contacts too inside the J1772 connector. And the J1772 connector itself on the new one here doesn't feel warm either. My old one would actually get warm to the touch. Now just for fun, I let it go for almost another hour to check the temperatures here. It's been about an hour and 40 minutes charging now, and the charge port temperature is still well below 200 degrees. We're still going strong at 40 amps, and the temperatures are looking good. So I'm excited to see this. But let me know what your thoughts are on the performance of my old JuiceBox 40 versus the new one here. And if you like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. I have a lot coming, and I really appreciate all of your support. I recently hit 6,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is amazing. And on Facebook, I'm closing in on 17,000 followers, which is incredible. And I cannot thank you guys enough. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.